Hello and welcome to the news at 2 on Ogun State Television. I am Simia Tabaru. Don't forget you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogun TV and Ogun State Television, YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple and Google Play stores. President Bola Tinubu has received letters of credence from 21 new foreign envoys at the State House in Abuja. The envoys, comprising 17 ambassadors and 4 high commissioners, were received during a ceremony at the Council Chamber, where the President pledged Nigeria's readiness to strengthen bilateral ties and deepen engagement across key sectors. Speaking after receiving their credentials, President Tinubu said Nigeria remained fully committed to promoting peace, harmony, and prosperity across borders.
Your accreditation today reaffirmed the depth of our bilateral ties and our shared commitment to expand cooperation, partnership, in areas of mutual interest. My administration remains focused on strengthening domestic institutions, driving economic reforms, and creating an enabling environment for investment, innovation, and sustainable development to flourish. We therefore encourage deeper engagement with Nigeria in trade, energy, agriculture, education, technology, defense, cooperation, and cultural exchange.
The newly sworn-in Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired, has assured citizens that the federal government's renewed security strategies will soon yield visible results across the country. Musa gave the assurance on Thursday, shortly after President Bola Tinubu formally swore him in at the presidential villa Abuja. The minister, who spoke to journalists, said his immediate priority is to reposition the defense architecture and strengthen cooperation among all security formations.
My immediate priority is to make sure that defense takes its place fully in the country. The synergy between the armed forces, and other security agencies, and all Nigerians being carried along. As we have always said, that security is everybody's responsibility. It is that synergy that we need to build on and work on it, and that's what we're going to. And I can assure you, within the shortest possible time, Nigerians will see results. I want to use this medium to appreciate all Nigerians. Nigerians have shown me love, and I will guarantee them that I am going to work whatever it takes to ensure that Nigeria is secured. Yes, I just met Mr. President, and he reiterated his mind on the aspect that we must make sure that Nigeria is secured. Nigerians should go back and sleep with their eyes closed, go back to their farms, schools open without being molested, everyone being carried together to make sure that Nigeria continues to grow in line with the renewed program of the Mr. President.
Ogun State has recorded an unprecedented leap in infrastructure development, in constructing and rehabilitating more than 1,500 kilometers of roads within 6 years. Also in agriculture, the state's government's reforms are driving food security and expanding the agro-economy, with more than 33,000 farmers supported and over 9,000 hectares brought under mechanization in the same period. Governor Dapo Abiodun made this known while presenting the 2026 appropriation bill to the Ogun State House of Assembly. Bumi Adigun completes the story.
Infrastructure remains the backbone of any nation's economy, forming the framework upon which growth, productivity, and social development are anchored. Roads, rail, energy supply, water systems in digital connectivity are the arteries that power commerce, is the movement of people and goods, and link communities to opportunities that enhance livelihood. When infrastructure is efficient, business thrives, industries expand, and regions become more economically vibrant. Agriculture, on the other hand, stands as one of the most enduring pillars of economic strength, job creation, and food security. It provides raw materials for industries, sustains rural households, stabilizes national food supply, and contributes significantly to GDP. In a developing economy, agriculture is not just a sector, it is a lifeline that feeds the population, drives exports, and empowers thousands of families across the value chain. In Ogun State, the present administration has significantly invested in road development to open communities, expand trade routes, and support industrial growth. In 6 years, over 1,500 kilometers of roads have been constructed and rehabilitated, surpassing the achievements of previous government in 16 years combined.
This one is not only impactful to Ogun Central, but also Ogun West. That's the Songo Ota Abeokuta Road. We all know what the condition of that road was when we assumed office. That road is one of the longest roads in this state. It's one of the most critical roads in this state. As a matter of fact, it's been acclaimed as probably the second or third busiest road in Nigeria. That road is 74 kilometers, and it is a federal road. The House, you know all what we went through to take over that road and begin the construction of that very important road. It is my hope that before the end of the first quarter of next year, that road will be completely reconstructed.
In agriculture, the state has recorded remarkable strides aimed at boosting food production, empowering farmers, and strengthening agro-value chains. Through investment in mechanization, logistics, and processing, over 33,075 farmers have been supported. More than 9,000 hectares of farmland mechanized, and thousands of inputs, including fertilizers, agrochemicals, fish and poultry feed distributed.
This is a budget of sustained legacy. It's the budget that will cement the economic development trajectory of His Excellency in Ogun State. It's a 1.7 trillion budget, and the people of Ogun State should expect more development arising from this budget.
As Ogun State moves into the 2026 fiscal year, the appropriation bill prioritizes the completion of ongoing projects under the shared development pillars.
The administration hasn't done badly, although it could do better. Infrastructure in particular, because that's the mainstay of the development of any economy. Yes, same thing with agriculture.
My expectation is that things will definitely be better, especially now that inflation is under control.
Key commitments including the construction of about 450 kilometers of urban and rural roads across the state, as well as the establishment of agricultural transformation centers and agro-processing facilities to strengthen food production and economic resilience. Bumi Adigun, Ogtv News.
Meanwhile, barely 24 hours after the presentation of the 1.7 trillion naira year 2026 appropriation bill by the Ogun State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, titled The Budget of Sustainable Legacy, to the State House of Assembly, the bill has secured second reading as members engaged in extensive deliberation on the fiscal proposal. The debate on the appropriation bill followed the motion moved by the chairman, House Committee on Finance and Appropriation, Honorable Mushefiu Lamidi, seconded by Honorable Wahab Haruna, and supported by the whole House through a voice vote. Correspondent Kola Oliosho covered the plenary. Details are in this report.
Leading the debate on the bill, Chairman House Committee on Appropriation, Honorable Mushefiu Lamidi, noted that the budget was a testament to the shared commitment of the current administration in ensuring continuity, consolidation, and responsible governance. He added that the appropriation bill will strengthen the social sector, particularly education, healthcare, and social welfare, ensuring citizens have the quality services, stating that it would help empower youth and grow jobs by enabling innovation, entrepreneurship, and private sector-led expansion.
This document is consistent with our long vision for a prosperous and well-governed state. Our committee states we will scrutinize every detail, engage all the entities, and ensure transparency and value for money. But we must also ensure timely passage so that governance is not slowed down and essential projects continue unhindered.
According to him, the next year budget would help deepen public finance management reforms, promoting transparency, accountability, and value for money across all MDAs, ensure equitable distribution of development across all zones of the state. All the other lawmakers supported his position, with a commendation to the governor for his relentless efforts at repositioning the state for socio-economic development. The lawmakers urged the state government to ensure that all projects listed in the new fiscal year be evenly distributed, especially the rural and border communities, to advance more development at the grassroots level. They also requested an increase in the release of funds to critical sectors like health, agriculture, and public order and safety for improved health facilities, enhanced food security, and strengthened security within the communities in the state. The lawmakers lauded the state government for promoting accountability and transparency to promote economic stability and aid all-round development. In his remark, the Speaker, Right Honorable Luda Esielemide, appreciated the governor for the fiscal proposal and urged lawmakers to prioritize their core mandate of robust oversight to ensure all ministries, departments, and agencies are properly monitored to ensure that the budget is implemented to the letter.
What we have been doing is global performance of budget. It has to be sectoral. If you have sectoral performance, you will have everything, so that you don't need to talk more. But to this end, we still give him kudos on all his achievements in the state.
The subsequent adoption of the debate was done through motion for adoption moved by Majority Leader Yusuf Sharif, seconded by Honorable Lukman Adeleye, and supported by the entire members, while the Speaker committed the appropriation bill to the House Committee on Finance and Appropriation for further legislative actions.
The Ogun State House of Assembly has approved a 300 billion naira funding request to support the 2026 annual budget, the 2026-2028 medium-term expenditure framework, and other long-term infrastructure projects, as well as funding of long-term pension obligations. The approval followed the presentation of the report of the Committee of the Whole titled Request for Bond Issuance, Public Offering Books, Book Building, Private Placement, or other methods, of the tune of 300 billion naira towards the partial funding of the 2026 annual budget and the 2026 to 2028 MTEF by the Deputy Speaker, Bolandi Ajayi, during the plenary presided over by the Speaker, Luda Esielemide, at the Assembly Complex, Okimoso, Abeokuta. According to the report, the Assembly had conceded and endorsed the Governor's request to fund the 2026 annual budget. The 2026-2028 MTEF, long-term infrastructure project and pension obligations. The Deputy Speaker later moved the motion for the adoption of the report, seconded by the Majority Leader, Honorable Yusuf Sharif, who thereafter moved that the report become a resolution of the House, seconded by the Minority Leader, Lukman Adeleye, and supported by the whole House through a unanimous voice vote. The Speaker thereafter directed the Clerk, Head of Legislative Service, Mr. Shakiru Adibake, to send the clean copies of the approval to the Governor and all the relevant stakeholders. The National Orientation Agency, NOA, has urged the Association of Movie Producers to leverage film productions as a powerful tool for promoting Nigerian values, rich cultural heritage, and a strong national identity, while also projecting the country positively on the global stage. Speaking while receiving a delegation from the FCT chapter of the association, the Director General of NOA, Malam Larissa Onilu stressed that the creative industry plays a vital role in shaping public perception, influencing societal behaviors, and fostering national unity, noting that films have the power to inspire, educate, and reshape narratives, making them a strategic vehicle for value reorientation and national development. He added that the NOA is set to collaborate with major players in the film industry to integrate its core messages into film production, citing the nationalization of cartoon content, which was earlier approved by the Federal Executive Council, FEC, as one of the avenues to achieve the agenda. In his remarks, the chairman of the FCT chapter of the Association of Movie Producers, Mr. Desmond Utowe, commended the National Orientation Agency for its unwavering commitment to value reorientation, noting that the agency's messages continue to resonate both nationally and internationally. As the year 2025 winds down, the Ogun State chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations becomes one of the first professional bodies to host its end-of-the-year celebration, the Maiden Owambe Night Season 1. The event blends professionalism with the state's rich cultural heritage. The night displays the vibrancy Adire fabrics, district-based cultural showcases, traditional drummers, dancers, and a series of award presentations.
It is a night of culture and professionalism as Ogun NIPR hosts the maiden edition of Owambe Night Season 1, attracting people from all walks of life. In her welcome address, the chairman of NIPR Ogun State, Oluwaseun Boye, says the event is designed not just as a social gathering, but as a platform to reinforce cultural identity and unity among practitioners across the state's 3 senatorial districts.
Owambe Night serves as a deeper purpose. It's a platform to showcase the cultural richness and creativity energy of our 3 senatorial districts in Ogun State. It's also a night of recognition and collective pride.
The Ogun State Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele, who serves as mother of the night, notes that the colorful display of creativity and celebration provides an avenue to tell the Ogun story with pride.
As communications professionals, the role of NIPR remains critical in today's fast-moving information landscape. We are custodians of accurate narratives, the managers of perception, and important partners in shaping public understanding.
The national president of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Dr. Ike Neliaku, commends Governor Dapo Abiodun for approving the use of Adire every Friday for the state workforce. Delivering his goodwill message, the head of service, Mr. Kehinde Onosoya, describes public relations as a structured and critical profession that drives organizational success. He emphasizes that public office demands effective engagement with the public, which shapes the goals and identity of government institutions.
Ogun State is a brand that is marketable, and Ogun State is a brand that is doing well. I want to thank His Excellency, especially for the reservation of our information officers as public relations officer, in line with the resolution of the National Council of Establishment. So Ogun State is a place to be when it comes to PR management.
There were goodwill messages from the chairman of the occasion, royal father of the day, and some notable personalities who graced the event. After a series of presentations from members across the 3 senatorial districts, Ogun Central emerges overall winner of Owambe Season 1, with Ogun West as first runner-up and Ogun East in 3rd place. The night also features award presentations to notable personalities, including the State Accountant General, Babatunde Aregbeshola, and the head of service, Kehinde Onosoya, among others.
I feel elated that it's a sign of recognition And I don't know what I've done to really deserve that. But I think the Institute will have seen one or two things for the recognition in me.
The high point of the event was the official unveiling of the NIPR Owambe logo by the Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele, in the presence of distinguished guests.
Ogun State government will continue to prioritize the welfare and well-being of its health and medical practitioners, strengthening the sector through various laudable initiatives that will bring healthcare delivery closer to the people at the grassroots. The State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, stated this while declaring open the National Executive Council meeting of the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, at the June 12 Cultural Center, Kuto, Abeokuta.
Medical practitioners across the country gathered at the auditorium of June 12 Cultural Center, Kuto, Abeokuta, for its National Executive Council meeting with a theme Beyond Crossroads, Unlocking Health System Potential Through Partnership. Declaring the meeting open, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, notes that members of the Nigerian Medical Association play a crucial role in the sustenance of good health care delivery in Nigeria, urging them to keep the flag flying.
As Ogun State, we're truly honored to host this prestigious gathering, which brings together some of the finest minds and leaders in the medical profession. Let me especially acknowledge the thoughtful planning and coordination of the local organizing committee, whose efforts have ensured a seamless flow of activities since your arrival on Sunday and throughout the preliminary engagements. This year's theme, Beyond Crossroads, Unlocking Health System Potential Through Partnership, could not be more timely. In Ogun State, partnership remains central to His Excellency's agenda.
The guest speaker at the meeting, Dr. Babatunde Ikpai, a former commissioner for health in Ogun State, speaks on the challenges facing the medical sector in the country while encouraging members to support partnership in their operations.
Here, as we partner, the partnership will help us understand the concept of operational efficiency. We will start shifting strategies. We will, like I said, emphasize outreaches and ensure that we provide the cost-effective and low-unit services.
Earlier in his welcome address, the Ogun State Chairman, Nigerian Medical Association, Dr. Lukman Ogunjimi, acknowledged the efforts of the health institutions and medical association in the state in ensuring quality healthcare delivery, calling on government at all levels to put health sector at the front burner. Words of recognition were presented to some personalities who graced the occasion, including the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka.
And just before we go, let us remind you that success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. And that's our package this afternoon. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.